Yeah, this is a fun wave to kind of digest. As we see Griffin, he kind of goes for that speed carve off the top there, but he's really eyeing off this last section. I think when we look at his other waves, he almost had to manufacture the sections, where this one really gave him that open canvas. He kind of got to pick the maneuver that he wanted to do. It was a cleaner wall, not so wind affected, and he just goes straight for the full rotation. So you see Griffin, just look at that technique. He stays low in order to just ride through that white water. And Maxime right there, front seat.
Yeah, it was incredible. But this was a pretty decent wave for Dylan Moffat, Rich.
Yeah, great snap to start things off. And comes around again, up and over the foamy section. See how much projection he gets down the line. Sets it up for that third turn. Difficult section here, but holds onto it. So a great finish.
Real solid in his stance, isn't he? Kind of, you know, in some ways reminds me, not quite as nuggety as, say, a Trent Munro who won bells, but he has that similar approach, kind of a boxy stance, but really rips into his turns.
Yeah, he's looking a little fitter and bigger in the thighs too, and obviously doing a lot of training in the lead up to these events. And just to hang on here through this foamy section, you can see didn't overcook it, just got up in the lip and rode down with it. Important to get to the finish on that one, and what a score.
Let's go back to this 8-point ride.
Yeah, I mean, he just attacked this wave. The variety was unbelievable. Just slams the lip there, comes square off the bottom, another one, and then just finishes up with he just landed so flush there. You know, didn't have to go to the air, Joe. Just good, solid carving surfing.
Really enjoyed it. Cupped out there. He really took advantage of the lip multiple times. And then the big weightless air drop.
Love the extension here as he just exploded out of the lip. The hands, the upper body steering the direction of the air, the lower body following. As we watch the replay here, just streaking down the line. These surfers just waiting for these little cupped out sections to present themselves. Kanoa just jams it there. That's that frontside slash I was talking about. Up and over the foam, kicks the tail out. And here, takes to the air, perfect timing, gets that tail nice and high. A different style air to Medina, whereas Medina had the height. Kanoa's board completely corked out. And you just saw there, getting that board directing straight back towards the foam, and the transition to pick up speed and continue on with the ride, just incredible to watch.
And he is out in front and loading up once again. Big section standing up here. He's going to go to the sky, completes that rotation. Let's see if this wave gives him more down the line. Just climbs over that section with a nice float, and then drifts the fins over the foam and puts the arms up and appeal. John Florence behind him. I was actually surprised John didn't take the first wave, but here's why. He had his eyes on this second hunk of water, and now he's just decimating it. Hammers the end section with a reverse. Can he hang on for the finish? Well, you know he can. And this is going to be really interesting to see what unfolds. John throws his thumb up. Wonder if it was a thumb up to Barron.
And came into her first CT in Portugal, right into a quarterfinal. Let's get caught up here, Rosie. Bettylou got started.
Yeah, Bettylou looking sharp on that equipment. Just look at this damage that she does on that rail work. Such a powerful surfer. Definitely added a little bit more spice to her repertoire.
As we have opportunities coming, priorities with world #1, Molly Picklum did get a 4.67 even with the fall on her first wave. Big snap to start for Molly. Pickles now sets that rail. How about a clean down carve? Jams it right in transition, and she's looking to shut it down late to the section, but she pulls it off.
During the break, good looking wave here. Hammers that first section, drives through for a second turn, patiently waits for the third, and offering a little bit more through the inside, gets the final hit, rides out. So a 5-turn combo for Caroline Mark.
Melbourne's not too far away. That's what makes it so fun. You get into waves like this and also enjoy the city. As we see Fitzgibbons with a huge sweeping down carve, belting the lip. Pushing hard off the top again. 3 great maneuvers. Can she continue? An aggressive wrap again for Sal. Draws out the carve. Wide open face continues, jams it shut nice and vertically. Catch up with Laura in a second there as Sally is already locking into her third ride. Big hack to start. Still in form, and how was that? Beautiful roundhouse cutback. Right off to the lip again. She is unstoppable. Steph's right behind her. Solid carve. Gilmore styles her way through. Almost thought she was going to catch the rail. Picks it right back up. Harry and Tommy loving the show. They've been laughing ever since that 733 nonstop. That's when you know you're getting total joy out of this experience.
Atypical kind of Bell's wave where you got that big flat section in between the bowl and the inside section.
Ooh, water angle here. Liam O'Brien, our heat leader, and Liam banging some sections, coming around here. Long wall in front of him, has to get clear that white water, no problem for Liam. Difficult foam climb there and some jumbled water. Aims for the finish, snaps the finish, needs to hang on, sure-footed, and goes complete. Liam O'Brien looking good. New sharp eye under his feet, easing through a couple turns there. And Ethan Ewing, always with great form, great body mechanics, great technique from the surfer from North Stradbroke. Ewing clean on rail, and he is going to be a challenge to Owen Wright with this performance on this wave. Ewing, a 5.84 will give him the lead in that challenge.
Another very solid effort by Ethan Ewing.
Getting shoved into this one is Jackson Baker, and he's well aware of the priority situation, so he gets out of the way. Yago Dora is coming off that carve with a lot of speed. Yago pushes hard off the bottom, goes upside down and drills it. That had to feel incredible after sort of massaging these kind of fatter waves and doing a lot of little wrapping cutbacks.
Gentlemen as well. Here we go. O'Leary. Smooth off the bottom, vert off the top. Waits on the bottom again, one more time, hooking. Again, impeccable rhythm for Connor O'Leary on the backhand. One more time, and some difficult water, no problem though, for Connor O'Leary.
There's so many sort of mental battles that go on as we see John
Florence has one of the coolest carves in the game. Throws down the layback, buried the nose, but had the control to pick it back up out of the water. And now he'll fade. Pretty solid lead right now over brother. Slashing cutback on the open face and just feeling his way through a real...
Well, here's our last heat of the day. We got 16 minutes and 50 seconds on the countdown. Griffin Colapinto against Liam O'Brien. Colapinto with the advantage, 6-point ride and a 4.83. Here we goes again. Wave number 3 for Griff. Oh, throws the tail on the Mayhem. Eases through, a nice cut back into the whitewater. Has to skip over a rib there in the face, no problem. Slashes off the top. Power slash for Griffin Colapinto before bailing out the back.
When you see any of these top line competitors, when they have a little bit of a slip up at the start, it often comes unstuck in a spectacular way.
Heat leader, Griffin Colapinto, looking sharp on rail. Little variety there with a slidey layback. Coming through here, smashes it. Man, just looking good.
And that's what I was really alluding to when I talked about how solid he looks. You know, when John goes up for those sort of funky lips where they're not clean, you know he's going to ride out of it, just like Griffin did then.
And then Panishi is knocked out early as well as we check out his last wave.
Yeah, this wave's got a bit of crumble on it. Down the line, he does finish this one off, though. It's a bigger wave. Oh, well served.
That was brilliant. So we caught up to John.
And he goes down, and Griffin Colapinto now gets an opportunity to really make him pay for it. Great start, rides that tail, and absolutely hammers the end section.
Oh, he's just picked up where he left off, and you can see the pace of Griffin's surfing. It's just gone up a notch. The board looks amazing under his feet. He's in total control. He's just going wherever he wants to on the wave, doing whatever he wants.
So priority is with the surfers in Heat 8, so I'll probably size up this as a big opportunity to lock in a score here, and it looks like Kanoa Igarashi's going to take his turn and try and break combination here. Great first turn. Drives up into that pocket, sets the fins free, has plenty of speed, and finds the ramp and sticks the rotation.
More waves on the way here. Joe Turpel with Wayne Rabbit Bartholomew for the call as we look at the snap from Toledo. Floats it quickly. Setting up the lip again. A nice little gouge in the pocket. Inside double up. Big fin throw.
The support crew is unbelievable even when they bomb out. Here's a bigger wave for Yago.
Important one. Baker gets some speed. Connects well with the first whitewater section. A big blast off the lip. Winds up to shut it down, and Jackson can't help but celebrate.
Great start to that.
One wave set, so Ethan, he's going to use his priority here. He's after a 6.8, just loading up that speed at this stage. Great kick on the fins to get started. Rips that board through a nice pocket carve, and again goes to the rail, lining it up. And he hits that foam, really flowing nicely on this ride. What kind of finish will he get at the end here? Well, he's just working it over now, just trying to add any extras he can. The requirement is a 6.8, grabs that rail, slides the tail, and rides on out. 4 minutes to go here.
Yeah, to want to come back and to have that drive, to want to come back and win some more world titles. It's pretty addictive, that winning feeling. Arcal.
Well, Ryan needs to make this wave count, and he's after a 6.1. First turn was strong. Has to chase this one for a little bit. Now loading up for something big. He's going to go to one of his big backside air reverses. Sticks it. Riding down the line now. Gets straight into another turn and banks it off the foam, and he loves the feel of it. He absolutely loves it. Well, he's been sort of lining up one of those moves since his very first ride, and he's finally made it stick. That it's not going to go into the top two, and that's going to give Tyler an opportunity to go after the lead here. Needs a 3.49. What a start. Powerful turn to get started. Drives up into the pocket again. Just the two turns, but she loves the feel of it. She knows it was good that first turn.
Oh, she sunk her teeth into that first maneuver.
Tyler got through all of her rivals from Gilmore to Riss. Back to Tyler's wave.
Yeah, you just hear it. It's that click, 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 click. She's revving up and she just jams it. I mean, she goes to another gear, and that's what she's done through this event. She's really built up to this moment where she's able to do her best surfing when it counts. One of my favorite moves from Tyler so far, all events.
And to do that under priority on a wave that Molly let go. She looks right up to the bluff.